does LeBron have to? At this point, he's punching a dead goat.
He's punching a
dead goat.
Is he better at basketball than KD?
We're talking about that. Basketball's a 5v5 sport.
No,
it doesn't matter.
Is he better at basketball
than KD?
Yes.
So if I had to start a franchise with KD or LeBron, who am I starting
franchise? Who's better at basketball, KD or LeBron?
LeBron.
There's no way at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New Rivals episode 6. The fact that we still have a platform after these last 5 episodes is amazing. But anyway, Solo, how you doing, bro? What's going on with your life? How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. You know, I'm missing basketball, but football, you know, week 1 just started over there, so it helps me, you know, cope with NBA not starting yet. But I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting. How you?
I'm just happy that, you know, when I see Tom Brady, I just think about LeBron James, and that's what's keeping me up to, like, you know, watch football. And, you know, next month we start basketball, so I'm ready for it. We're all ready for it. And yeah, let's start with the first topic. It's the regular topic we start off with is Brooklyn Nets news with Poppy Solo. Let me know what's going on.
Man, this is my favorite topic because I love, you know, talking about the Nets. They're the best team in NBA history. But right now, the fan base is kind of at splits. We don't know who we want to start at center unanimously. There are some people who think LaMarcus Aldridge, he's the veteran. He has a silky jump shot, you know, but he's also kind of old. Then there's Nick Claxton, who's young, an amazing defender, can switch on everything, doesn't have much offense to him unless James Harden's on the court, but it's not a bad option either. Me personally, I think to make sure Aldridge is healthy, I think Claxton should start. I think he should start at least during the regular season. Then when the playoffs come around, you know, at least gauge how it happens, because no matter who starts, if the big 3 is healthy, we're winning 70 games regardless. We're winning 70 games regardless.
There's only 72 games this season. So you're
it's 82. It's back.
No, is it back to 82?
I think it's back to 82.
I think it's 72 games.
No. Wait, it might be. Regardless, we're in 70 regardless. All right.
So 2 lines. 70 and 2. Okay, got it.
We're going 70 and 2. But that's the Nets news this week. Nothing crazy, but I am interested to see who Steve Nash starts at center come, you know, game 1.
Perfect. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. You hear that?
Is that Steph Curry under your desk?
No, but do you hear anything?
No.
Okay, we're fine. All right. So I hate my computer and I don't know what happened. All right. Anyways, so next topic is we're gonna rank each member of the big 3. So we all know, as a Brooklyn Net fan, as you are, and a Laker fan that I am, there's only one worry thing that we think about all season long, and it's injuries. Now, Solo, I want you to rank for both teams, okay? And I'll do it right after you. Who is the most important player for the Nets, and who is the less important player from the Nets when we're talking about the big 3? So if someone had to get injured, who do you not mind getting injured?
I wouldn't word it that way, but most important, I would say KD is obviously the most important player of the Nets. He's the best player in NBA history. He's the face of the Brooklyn Nets, and we don't have him. We don't have shit. Second, it's probably a hot take to most, but not to the smart ones out there. It's Kyrie. Second is Kyrie. The offensive load he carries is irreplaceable if he gets injured, and we saw that kind of in the playoffs, even though James was hurt. But that offense goes 40% through Kyrie, and he had a 50-40-90 season. If he gets even close to that, now if he does it twice in a row, y'all gonna think I'm so annoying because I'm about to go crazy with the TikToks. But if he gets even near, that's an offensive load that can't be replaced with some backup. So in the James Harden third, playmaking is amazing. Player amazing. The things he does is amazing. But even if he took some games off, we'd still win majority of our games because we're that good. As long as the entire team is healthy, I think if he misses games, we'll be fine. Now, do I do Lakers? Or do you want to do Lakers?
Yeah, do the Lakers as well, and I'll do both.
Lakers is going to be Anthony Davis, obviously the youngest, should be the most healthiest, should have the most energy. 2 is going to be Westbrook, because if Westbrook is bad, then they lose. If Westbrook can't hit his shots, they lose. If teams sag off Westbrook and he becomes Westbrick, again, they lose. And the 3 is LeBron only because, like Harden, being a facilitator, while there is a lot of impact there, the offensive load is not really on you. So you can focus more on playmaking. So I think it goes 80, Westbrook. 80, Westbrook, and LeBron.
All right, let me explain to you why you're wrong. Okay. One, unfortunately, last season in the TikTok world, I was running of this bandwagon that James Harden is the best player in the Brooklyn Nets, and I was claiming he was the best player in the world. But what Kevin Durant did this playoffs, I have to give it to him. Without Kevin Durant, they're not winning anything. So Kevin Durant is one. The most important player is KD. Then secondly, we got James Harden. I love Kyrie. Do not get it wrong. I love Kyrie. Kyrie's a bucket. But James Harden, what he does when it comes to facilitating, dropping dimes, scoring the damn basketball, he could go for 50 if he wants to. And then it goes Kyrie Irving. Because unlike Kyrie, James Harden is only facilitating because he could do that really well, actually in an elite level. Kyrie can't do that. Kyrie needs to be a scorer, and he can't. And without that, Kyrie can't be a facilitator because he was never a facilitator. Yeah. So you can't just give that to Kyrie. So James Harden, for me, is a better player because not a better player, but a more important player. Because let's say Kyrie's having a bad game, James Harden can step up and take that Kyrie role. So for me, James Harden is second, then Kyrie. If Kyrie, and I'm knocking on wood, I want everyone healthy. But if he had to go out, I feel like they still have a great chance on winning a championship. Now, this is the part that I agree with you, Solo. I have Anthony Davis at 1. I feel like if the Lakers need to win a championship, it has to be through Anthony Davis. They're not winning anything with LeBron James at this state. At this state in his career, LeBron can't be the best player in the world. Number 2, I got Russell Westbrook. And it sounds crazy that I'm saying this. It really does. But let me say something. If people don't agree to what I'm saying right now, Russell Westbrook and LeBron James, right? So let's just pretend that the duo is just Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. That team is a first round exit. I'm being.
You said without LeBron James?
No, Russell Westbrook and LeBron James without Anthony Davis.
Oh.
So
I agree.
Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are basically two of the same players. I'm not saying that Westbrook is the same exact player, but they play majority of the time they play the same. And you can't have that in a championship team. You need Anthony Davis being paired up with LeBron or Westbrook. So what I'm going to say is that Westbrook and LeBron are not going as far as either Westbrook and AD or LeBron and AD. That's why I think Anthony Davis is the most important player in the Lakers and should be the best player in the Lakers. So that's what I think. And I'm not saying LeBron is washed. I'm seeing Shaq. LeBron is not washed. LeBron is still an elite basketball player.
Thinks LeBron is washed. He's a sellout, guys.
I'm not saying that, but I'm being realistic. Anthony Davis has to be the best player to win a championship. He needs to. And Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are basically the same player, but LeBron has a brain and Westbrook doesn't. That's it. But that's a topic for another day. But going to the next topic, Stephen A. Smith is shady. He went out and said that he's the reason Max Kellerman is out of the show. What do you think about that, Solo?
Part of me thinks like, damn, that is shady. But another part of me is like, if he's not comfortable, if he thinks the chemistry's not there, it is what it is. It's a show. He wants to enjoy going to his job. He even said that he knows there are other places that Kellerman can go on the network where he can get paid even more. So it's not like he's making him be homeless or nothing like that. So I did like Kellerman personally. I thought Kellerman was dope.
He was my favorite player. A person in the show.
Yeah, so I wish him the best in whatever he does. I'm sure I'll see it. He has an electric personality. And Stephen A. Smith, to me, is kind of, falling off a little bit, if you ask me. But I don't really watch
You know what it is? You know what it is?
What?
This man has a big ego.
Yeah.
Big ego. And you know what the thing is? That when you talked about ESPN, you no longer talked about Stephen A. Smith. You talked about what the hell Max Kellerman was saying. Because when we talk about ESPN in the last 5 years, what is the take that everybody remembers?
Oh, you're right. Iguodala.
Right? Who? Yeah. Iguodala, right? Yeah. I want Iguodala. Yeah. He also said that Kawhi Leonard is a more clutch player than Kobe Bryant. He also said more wild takes, and the attention, instead of going to Stephen A. Smith, was going into what is Max going to. Yes, it's obvious. Stephen A. Smith saw that the shine was now splitting. He cannot bully Max Kellerman, and it doesn't matter what Stephen A. Because look, I'm gonna be completely honest. I love Skip Bayless. I do, but when Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, Stephen A. was bullying Skip. And when Max was, getting bullied by Stephen A., he didn't handle. It did not faze him, and I think that's what bothered him. And what's funny is that last year they were the number one show when it comes to sport podcasts, and the funny how they just kicked them out like that. So I think Stephen A. Smith has a huge ego, and it's like me kicking you off the show because I'm carrying new rivals. So that's basically what's going on.
And I will start a more successful show and bury you.
But anyway,
but next topic, I hope them both the best. I do think cable television is dying, and I think we're the future. I think we're going to be bigger than Max Kellerman and Stephen Smith one day. So enjoy it while you can, dudes. But New Rivals is next up. So
yeah, that's true. And New Rivals is going to take over, and we're not playing.
Take over.
LeBron James is the next topic. LeBron James needs to average 18 points per game for the next 2 seasons to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the all-time points list. Is that impressive, Saul?
It is impressive. I'll give him that. It's impressive. But I think we're going to have to start when we talk about how this generation is more talented and stuff like that, we also have to bring up how our medicine is better and our health is better. And, it just is. And I think if players back then had the same, staff we have now, they would play that long and they would score a lot of points too. So I don't want to fully give it to LeBron because our era itself is amazing, and we're gonna see countless records broken as the years go on. So it was great that Kareem and them held him, but sorry guys, it's time for the next up to get them records.
I can't wait when this happens because this will solidify LeBron James as the greatest player of all time. I'm sorry. I'm being completely honest.
Wait. So was Kareem before? Is Kareem the greatest right now?
Well, no, he's not. He's not even my top 10.
Why does passing one of Kareem's records make him the greatest of all time now?
Well, you got to look at what LeBron has done as well.
I think if he has a super team this year and loses, we can't call him the GOAT.
LeBron could retire. He could get off the first round again, and he'll still be considered the greatest of all time.
To delusional bandwagon.
No, I'm being serious. LeBron James, what else does LeBron James have to prove? To be honest, we're talking about LeBron James. We're talking about the Tom Brady of the NBA. We're talking about the greatest. We are talking about the greatest athlete that ever stepped on the foot on the basketball court. We're talking about that guy. LeBron James has nothing else to prove.
LeBron has the most to prove out of Lakers Nets team combined. His legacy is on the line.
No, you know whose legacy is on the line. You know whose legacy is on the line? Kevin Durant.
Not at all.
Yes, it is. Bro, how many? Okay, real question. How many rings does the Brooklyn Nets have with KD and Kyrie?
Not a lot.
We already won. We already won a ring. We don't have to prove.
You won a bubble ring, though. We all know. I know it's a meme. I know it's a meme and it's ignorant, but it's what it is.
McDonald's ring. I don't care. It's still a ring. And at the end of the day, it's still a ring, and it's still his fifth.
If you think LeBron can get to the finals, or you think LeBron can get first round and still be the GOAT, then you're just. I can't take anything you say seriously because you're blinded.
Bro, you think Kevin Durant? You're blinded. You think Kevin Durant is the GOAT? So what are we talking about?
I'm not stuck in the past, bro. I'm not stuck.
I'm not stuck in the past either.
While I see it, I'm not gonna wait because the ghost of Christmas past, LeBron James, is still playing basketball. I get it. He's still good, but he's not the GOAT, man.
Yeah, okay, I get. Well, who you talking about, LeBron or KD? Because you were just explaining KD right now.
No, I was
LeBron. Look, LeBron has nothing else to prove. This man is a 4-time MVP, a 4-time NBA champion, a 4-time Finals MVP. This guy has I think the most All-Star appearances.
Those accolades
has the most first NBA All Teams. I mean, what else does LeBron have to prove? At this point, he's punching a dead goat.
He's better at basketball.
A dead goat.
Is he better at basketball than KD?
We're talking about basketball is a 5v5 sport. No, it doesn't matter.
Is he better at basketball
than KD?
Yes.
So if I had to start a franchise with KD or LeBron, who am I starting with?
Who's better at basketball, KD or LeBron?
LeBron.
There's no way at all.
LeBron. And I'm gonna go saying this. LeBron is also a better scorer than KD.
That is wow. That is foul. Wow, because he scored a lot of points because he's gonna break Kareem's record.
No, not that. No, I could prove to you that without even mentioning that he's a better scorer than KD. How many Solo? If you're a big KD fan, how many points does he average throughout his career?
You think I memorized his career average?
Well, it's 20. It's 27.
I was gonna say 27.
27. LeBron James is also averaging 27 points. Solo.
Okay, that's great.
And what's the what's the point, right?
Yeah.
KD could still do all these stuff and like you could score from the three, the mid range. It doesn't matter where you put him scoring the damn basketball, right? Player. He's a more versatile scorer than LeBron James. Doesn't mean he's a better scorer. Those are two different things. LeBron James scores 27 points, has more shots taken than Kevin Durant, and he still averaged a higher field goal percentage than Kevin Durant.
Because he takes more inside shots than Kevin Durant. He dunks more than Kevin Durant. At the end of the day, it's scoring means putting the ball inside the basket. And who does it better? LeBron James. Okay, then DeAndre Jordan last season was one of the best scorers in the league. Jordan. He shot 73% from the field.
DeAndre Jordan.
I guess since that matters now, DeAndre's the GOAT scorer.
No, because I also brought attempts, man. How many attempts did this man take? What, one shot? He missed what? He made 3 and missed 1. I feel like he only took 4 shots this season.
No, like he played a lot in the regular season. Okay,
in the regular season,
that's the most of the playoffs. The regular season, he played a little bit.
But we're talking about career, the whole career of if KD retired today and LeBron retired today,
career, but not season by season is what you're telling me right now.
Well, when we're talking about the greatest scorers of all time, yes, it does matter. Your career is more important than whatever regular season. Because you got to have an all-time high in 2007, but just score 30% from all those other years. Does it matter? Well, I got to look at your average your whole career.
At this point, you're just being a nerd stat sexual. Like
any
hooper.
Numbers don't lie, Solo.
Yes, they do.
Numbers don't.
Numbers lack context. Numbers lack context, bro.
In what context am I lacking then, Solo? What fact
that Kevin Durant is a much better scorer, even though he has
he's a more versatile scorer than LeBron James. I give you that.
Better.
I give you that.
LeBron's a great finisher, and that's why his percentage is so high, and he takes so many attempts. Does he shoot? Yes, but we all know his free throw percentage is terrible. You know, it took him a while to get a good 3-point shot. A lot of his stuff was just bulldozing to the rim, you know, and getting fouled, shooting free throws, getting to the hoop. He's not even close to score.
You just said that his field goal percentage is terrible, bro. Really?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I didn't say it was terrible.
LeBron's?
No, I didn't say it was terrible. I said all he does is just go to the rim. So of course it's going to be high.
I know, but he's also it's like saying that Giannis is the best scorer in the NBA, but we got to look at LeBron where he shoots.
That's what you're saying.
No. This season, I got to give it to KD. He was the better scorer this season. He was. His numbers don't lie.
So this season you got KD. Overall, you got LeBron.
Exactly.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And we're on my channel now, so I can say this shit. I'm sick and tired of you demeaning Kevin Durant, bro. I don't know what he did to you. I don't know if he played.
You know what's funny?
Xbox with him, he whooped you. I don't know what happened, bro.
Yo, keep talking, Solo. I gotta show you something.
What is he gonna show me? That Katie jersey that you be wearing,
bro.
Okay.
Speaking about people you have against, bro.
What
did this man do to you?
Bro, I have nothing.
What did this man do? You know what? Let's talk about that right now. Next topic, Solo.
Let's talk about it.
What are your top 10 best point guards coming into next season? If you have the list, please let the world know.
All right.
On what the heck is?
I don't want to screw up. So this is my top 10 point guards list going into this NBA season. It's not top 10 best all time. It's not top 10, most talented or whatever. It's top 10 point guards going to the NBA season. And then number 1, I got James Harden. And I thought, that was going to be common. Ever since he switched to point guard, he's shown how versatile he is, how he's the best point guard in the NBA. And number 2, I got Trae Young, because the way he manhandled the Knicks showed me that he is that guy, and we need to put some respect on Trae Young's name. And third, I got Chris Paul. He's just done it so long. He's the OG. I don't think we're going to be able to see witness Chris Paul for that long. I'm giving his flowers while he's here. He's the third best point guard, when it comes to point guards in the NBA coming up this season. Then we got Russell Westbrook. Even though he's on my enemy's team, I still got him top 5. He's just so skillful at what he does, man. His playmaking is outstanding, especially when he's moving as fast as he is. Like that's not normal. And then number 5, I guess people didn't like this. I got Jamal Murray. I understand he's coming off the injury, but what he did in those playoffs was outstanding, bro. Outstanding. And I truly believe that this Nuggets team is the Lakers, their competition, their hardest competition. Now, I don't think the Nuggets are strong enough to beat them, but I think if they stay healthy, that's a really, really good team, and they're going to the Western Conference Finals. Number 6 is Dame. I just feel like this is going to be the year Dame is exposed, man. And he's going to leave. He's going to leave next year. It's gonna be, bro. If Dame gets first rounded again and we all ignore it, I'm really gonna pull my hair out. I don't know how many times we're gonna give this dude a break for not doing anything, bro. John Morant gets to the first round too, So I got Dame at 6. Speaking of John Morant, I got him at 7. Him beating Steph Curry and showing Steph Curry that he's the West Coast Bradley Beal really made me respect John Morant. I do think their team is worse than last year because of the trades they made. I don't think getting Steven Adams was a W for them. I think they need somebody to spread the floor because Ja can't shoot that well himself. But I think he is the 7th best point guard in the league going to the next season. And then I got LaMelo Ball at 8. What he did rookie year was outstanding, bro. And if you don't have LaMelo as a top 10 point guard, you are just sleeping, bro. You're sleeping. He's so good. His playmaking, his defense, his finishing, his shooting. He's all around amazing. 9 is Kyle Lowry. When it comes to point guards, I think he still has a year or 2 left, to produce highly. He's definitely a top 10 point guard. We can't forget about him. And I think his last couple of seasons being, not being a contender, him being on Miami might rejuvenate him a little bit, especially with all the talent around him. So I think Lowry definitely can be a top 10 point guard. And number 10 is Steph Curry. People are like, oh, Steph Curry averaged 32 points. Oh my God, he was a scoring leader. I get it. But players average high points all the time, and they're not the best point guard in the league, And when it comes to point guards, I feel like Steph Curry showed that he can't carry his team as a point guard. Now, can he win a championship as a scorer on a dominant team? Yes, of course, he's done it already. But as a point guard, he's just not as good of a point guard as the rest of these players on this list. Now, I wanted to put Lonzo Ball 10 and Steph Curry 11, but I got to see how Lonzo does in Chicago first before I make that jump. But I'm just not impressed with Steph Curry, and I think we all expect him to do well with Klay this season, like we all expected him to beat Memphis last season and upset the Suns. I don't forget, all of y'all said the Warriors could upset the Suns, the Warriors could upset the Jazz, then they get beat by the Grizzlies. That happened to anybody else, we would never hear the end of it. So until Steph Curry can show me that he can make an impact without a super team, he's staying at number 10. Now, what's the problem with that list? What are your questions with that list?
Yo, shout out to ZZ Honcho. I saw him in the chat, man. Look, yo, what's funny is that you said this list is for the upcoming season, and for some reason you got Chris Paul and Kyle Lowry when they're all on the decline. Like, I don't get that. I really don't. I don't get how you take a rookie.
You don't think
season,
they're top 10?
I know, I do think they're top 10.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just doing an argument for Steph.
Oh.
I just don't understand why Steph Curry is number 10 under Kyle Lowry, John Morant. Who was the other guys? Chris Paul. Bro, the only guy on that list that could be considered above Steph Curry is James Harden. Only guy on that list that I could have an argument with. Besides that, there's no argument. Kyle Lowry?
Mm-hmm.
You think Kyle Lowry is a better point guard than Steph Curry?
Yeah, point guard. I'm not saying better player. Remember that. I'm not saying better player, guys.
What does Kyle do better?
His playmaking is better. His defense is better.
It was buns.
Now, I knew you'd say that, but I think we all need to collectively give Toronto a pass for having to play in Tampa. Terrible city. And they had to play there all season. They couldn't be at home around their family. They suffered through injuries and COVID all season. I think Toronto deserves a pass.
Homie,
right? Come on. We got to give him a pass, bro.
No, bro.
We got to give Toronto a pass.
You put Steph Curry, you put Harden, you put KD. It doesn't matter who you put. An elite player, you put him in Tampa, they're going to be buckets. Kyle Lowry is not a bucket getter. He is not.
Bro, this is not top 10 best bucket getters in the NBA.
But the thing is, James Harden is a bucket getter. Steph Curry's a bucket getter.
They happen to be bucket getters who are also good at other things as well.
Exactly. So Kyle Lowry is only good at facilitating that damn basketball. Really good.
As a point guard, that's very important.
It is very important, but when you talk Steph Curry, averaged 5 assists this season, and he had to be the number one option in shooting, the number one facilitator, because Klay Thompson wasn't there. So, oh my God, dude, I don't even know where to start. This list is horrendous. It's horrendous. You have a personal vendetta against Steph Curry.
I just don't see why
it's
such a bad thing.
It's probably the worst take I've ever,
bro. Because if you put anybody else on in Steph's shoes and they lose to the Grizzlies in the play-in with their Hall of Fame teammate, they are getting slandered to death, and 10 would be a favor for them. I'm doing Steph a favor.
I got a question for you, Solo. Yeah. How can you prove that players like Dame, Harden, other elite point guards wearing Steph's shoes? How can you prove they're going to win?
We can't prove it. All we can do is go with reality, and the reality is Steph missed the playoffs when people hadn't projected to upset high season in the first round.
So off one season, you're gonna take Steph Curry out of the top 3 after one season. And then you start talking about an upcoming season, and you start mentioning that Kyle Lowry is, and we should forgive him for that, but we're not gonna forgive Steph
because, bro, they had to play. They couldn't play in Toronto. Like his mental wasn't there, and half of them had COVID half the year, bro. We got to give Toronto a break. Look, I would love to slander the Raptors, but they had to play. They had to live in Florida. You live in Florida, you know how terrible that is.
Nothing against Florida though, right? Man, don't come on my home, bro. Man, I'm just gonna skip this time. This is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. But anyways, look, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Chris Bosh were all inducted in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all 3 of them, and more. Ben Wallace was also inducted. A lot more players. I just said those 3. But I'm going to give you a list of players, Solo, and you're just going to let me know, are they a Hall of Fame player or are they not? So if they retire today, so just imagine these players are retiring today, okay?
Okay.
Would Rajon Rondo be a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would Carmelo Anthony be a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely.
Would Dwight Howard be a Hall of Famer?
100%.
Would Lou Will be a Hall of Famer?
100%.
Would Andre Iguodala be a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Do you think Jamal Crawford would be a Hall of Famer?
I think
that's tough.
It's tough, but if Lou Will's got in that, Jamal Crawford got to be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, that's a fair point. Now this one, Derrick Rose, is he a Hall of Famer?
No, Derrick Rose is not a Hall of Famer.
Why?
Because his peak was so short. Maybe if he plays like 4 more years, they'll give it to him off that old, oh, you've played for 20 years, you belong in the Hall of Fame. But if he retired today, I just don't think his career is Hall of Fame worthy.
You know what? And I love Derrick Rose. But the only thing that really puts him in that conversation is the love that he gets, that he's a Chicago native, that he's the youngest MVP ever. And he had a great season in Chicago. But after that injury, we got to be realistic. What else has he proven besides winning that MVP? And if that's all you need to go and get into the Hall of Fame and MVP, and remember, this is the Basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame, but regardless, if just one MVP and then have not terrible years, because he's playing great now in New York. He's doing his thing, but
it took him a while to get to where he
exactly.
is.
He went to Cleveland, got cut, went to Jazz, and they cut him before even stepping on the floor. So I don't know, man. I love Derrick Rose.
He'll be in the Chicago Hall of Fame for sure.
If there is a hometown Chicago, if that's actually a thing, first ballot.
Yeah, first ballot for sure.
Derrick Rose, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say no to that. Kyrie,
100%.
Dame,
no.
No, I think the reason you said that is because you have a personal vendetta against LeBron for Player's Choice after what he said.
That's not true. I love LeBron, bro. If you see this, I love you, bro. I just think Dame is extremely overhyped. Dame, like Derrick Rose, will definitely get a Hall of Fame in Portland. Who would want that? I don't know, but I'm sure he'll enjoy a Hall of Fame in Portland. But as far as the Basketball Hall of Fame, I think the narrative around him being loyal is great, but is that what gets you into the Hall of Fame?
I think loyal? It's that Dame has been elite for so many years, and I get it that he, with all that being elite, he still can't lead his team to an NBA championship. Let's be honest, that Damian Lillard is not a first option in the championship team. But regardless, I do believe he's a Hall of Famer. If Kyrie could be a Hall of Famer, Dame could be a Hall of Famer. I feel like they both enter, and I think they're equal, to be honest. Like if we're talking about like Steph, Kyrie, and Dame, those are the 3 point guards that the last decade has been the talked about best point guards in the league.
If we do that, Darren Williams is most talked about. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Didn't he get in the Hall of Fame?
Is Darren Williams in the Hall of Fame?
Let me check. Hold up. That'll be, if he's not a Hall of Famer, then hold up. Is D Will a Hall of Famer?
Nah, he not. See, Rose said he not. And at one point, it was D Will and Chris Paul. That was number 1 and 2. So you can't just get talked about as the best.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
You can't just be the best of your generation, because we've seen the best of generation.
I mean, D Will. Although D Will was elite, don't get me wrong.
He was elite.
He was elite. He was, but Derrick Rose. I don't know why I'm talking about that. Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, and Steph Curry have been elite for a longer period of time.
Well, Kyrie has a championship, so that's what brings him over that hump.
Exactly.
And he has moments. He has bigger moments than Dame.
What do you mean?
On bigger stages. Like he has playoff runs that, finals runs.
I think he has a one specific. I think he has one specific better moment than anything Dame has done. I give you that.
Well, his entire finals run was, for his age, was historic.
But we're talking about moments, like a specific moment that was iconic.
Well,
right?
The playoffs are a moment to me. I'm talking about the entire finals. The entire finals is a moment to me. We don't have a historic Dame finals yet.
What besides that shot? What other moment during the playoffs has Kyrie?
His average. I'm saying his averages. Like he was young, averaging 30 in the finals. Like that's fire, bro.
That is fire. No, and I give that specific year, but Damian Lillard had averaged 27 throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, but not in the finals.
But I'm just saying. Well, let's be honest. Dame didn't have LeBron, so I mean, let's be clear. There's a reason why Kyrie went to the finals, and it wasn't.
Make do.
Stop it.
Make do.
CJ, bro.
Larry Nance.
In today's league, can CJ be the best player, the second best player on the championship team?
Yes. I think CJ is overhated. I think CJ is overhated. He's definitely all-star caliber. I think the all-star label has been sullied over the past couple of years. He averages 23 points a game, bro. He's very underrated. Does he screw up? But I think he could be a number 2 option.
Okay, so
I don't think Dame and his play style,
I want you to do something
coexist well.
Do something for me right now, okay? Name 5 players. Rule is that the second best player on that team has to be CJ McCollum.
5
so
players?
Make a team. Okay.
LeBron, KD.
No. I'm stopping you right there. CJ McCollum has to be the second best player on that team.
Oh, I thought if they were duos, like if KD and CJ was a duo, LeBron and CJ was a duo.
Okay. So KD, CJ, LeBron, CJ.
Yeah.
They're winning a championship with that.
Yes.
Hell no.
Of course we got the rest of the championship. I mean, the rest of the roster.
You are saying that KD and CJ McCollum are winning a championship.
I mean, okay, I won't say winning championship, but they'll go to the finals.
But that's the thing. No.
Dame hasn't went to the finals.
No, but KD is so much better than Dame, so that's unfair.
No, I'm saying the question is Kyrie going to the finals with LeBron? And is CJ a second option enough where Dame could be successful with him? So to me, if Dame even went to the finals, then he'd have a talk. But he hasn't even been to the finals.
So you're saying that CJ with paired up with KD, it's like LeBron and Kyrie?
I wouldn't say that, but they're going to the finals.
No, I don't see it. I don't. I mean, I love CJ. CJ's what? Of course, he's a bucket, right? Regular season type player. But I'm sorry, KD is getting him traded after like half a season.
KD is not LeBron. KD is loyal. KD played with DeAndre Jordan for an entire season.
You did not just say KD loyal.
KD is loyal to the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh man, stop it, Solo. KD is not.
KD did not loyal. KD did not snake the Oklahoma Thunder, bro. They knew he wasn't going to go there. Like we got to stop acting like KD just left Oklahoma and didn't tell nobody, bro. That's not how it works. You got to have meetings. You got to talk to agents. You got to talk to the league. Like,
yeah, I know, but saying that he's loyal, that means that he should have stayed with one team. Same with LeBron.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
being a loyal person does not mean you're loyal to your job.
No, I mean, so every player is loyal to their jobs.
No,
with that logic, everybody can be a loyal person with that logic. Because like this new NBA, no one's loyal to the job. Everybody switches teams, you know. Okay.
Compared to back then, so I think
so how's KD
calculate
loyal?
Someone's loyalty by what teams they go to because it's just their job. They can go
nothing against KD, but KD's regarded as one of the most unloyal players of all time.
Yeah, by casuals, I think
by casuals.
Him and Kyrie taking a pay cut and forcing their friend DeAndre Jordan to Brooklyn Nets for him to get one final paycheck, to me, is some of the realest shit I've ever seen in my life. So
bro, a lot of players
that's the thing real ones recognize. Not what teams he goes to. Who cares what teams he goes to play basketball?
But loyal, when it comes to loyal, bro, loyalty to a team that doesn't, dude, he's never been loyal.
Hold on, chat. Rose said, so you think Westbrook right now is better than Lillard?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, you think Westbrook's father is not better than Westbrook?
I don't think we can use matchup moments to decide who's better, because then Kyrie would be better than Steph in everyone's eyes, not just mine. So I get it. Dame has bigger moments against Westbrook, but I do think Westbrook is a better player.
That's a good point. You know what? I'm gonna give you that one, Solo. That was a really good point. Anyways, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do start, bench, cut, and we're gonna stick with James Harden here. So these are the three players, and just assume these guys are healthy, all right, guys? And chat, you guys could join along. Three players, healthy, no injuries. Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Luka Doncic. Who are you starting? Who are you benching? And who are you cutting?
I'm going to cut Luka Doncic. I'm tired of this narrative and this propaganda to make Luka the face of the league. I get it. He's a safe-looking person, but he's not that guy. And the fact that people have him over Kawhi right now is crazy. What Kawhi has done already quietly is more than Luka could dream of doing on the Dallas Mavericks. And because Kawhi is so quiet about it, we tend to forget that at one point in time, you all were calling him the best player in the league. So that's why I'm going to bench Kawhi, cut Luka, bench Kawhi, and then start James Harden, of course. I think James Harden is just he has the most IQ out of this list. Obviously, the best scorer out of this list, better playmaker out of this list. And James Harden is a living legend, and he should be, talked about as such when we do these start bench cuts.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm starting the best player on this list. And the thing is Luka. Luka's going to start.
Wow.
And that means that I have to cut either Harden or Kawhi. It's simple. It's so simple. If healthy, I'm cutting James Harden. I'm cutting him out. You go do something with your life. He's not in my team. I'm starting Luka, and I'm benching Kawhi. And I'm going to go out on a limb right now. Luka Doncic is going to be better than James Harden this season. This man averaged 28, 8, and 8 this season, shooting 49% from the field, being the only great player on his team. The only reason Dallas is even relevant is because of Luka Doncic.
So Harden hasn't done that same thing before.
I'm talking about next season. I'm talking about next season. I'm talking about right now. I don't care what James Harden did. James Harden has done that. I get it. But those are the same reasons why if Harden was still on the Rockets and he's still doing that, then yeah, we have a conversation to have. Who's better, Luka or Harden? But right now, Luka doesn't. Harden doesn't have to worry about scoring the basketball.
Luka's volume is going to be more. Of course, he's going to look like.
Hey, that's why I'm starting Luka.
He's going to drop 40, but but he's going to end up losing. You're going to start somebody who's going to get first, second rounded. That's the thing.
There's a reason why he's getting first and second round, and it's not him. I'll tell you that it's not him.
It's his play style.
It's not his play style. That man averaged 35, 8, almost a triple double against Kawhi Leonard. That guy almost eliminated Kawhi and Paul George.
Harden was doing that same. That's what I'm saying. Harden was doing that same thing, bro. He was averaging. He
averaged
36 for a season.
He was doing that. I get it.
Style, what happened with the play style?
I get it. But right now, in this very point of their careers, Harden is not better than Luka, and Harden is not better than Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're tripping so hard.
He's not. I
want to talk to Rose in the chat. You said you forgot defense when talking about Harden. That's why I'm taking Kawhi over him. First off, Kawhi's defense is overrated. Second off, James Harden's defense is underrated, especially his post defense. I don't know. I don't have the article on hand, but there's an article posted about how James Harden is one of the best post defenders in the league when it comes to, on average, how many times he posted up and how many times his matchup makes the shot or misses the shot. So we got to start giving James Harden his credit as a post defender. And he's not a terrible defender. He just has, usually in his career, the offensive load on his back, so he can't exclude that much energy on defense because he got to drop 40 with these bums on his team. So we got to stop.
Well, he used to.
He don't have to anymore. He don't
got exactly. That's why I'm saying Luka.
They don't make him worse.
That's why I'm saying Luka.
He doesn't have to do something. Does that mean he's worse?
No, because Luka doesn't have If Luka was in the same position as James Harden, and Rose, I'm gonna answer that as well. This defense is not overrated. The only reason you say his defense is overrated is because Kawhi has to take an offensive load that he didn't have in San Antonio. So Kawhi Leonard is a top 10 defender of all time. I don't care what you think. He's a top 10 player of all time, a 2-time defensive player of the year. He's a 1-time defensive player of the year. But the first wing player that wasn't Michael Jordan that won a defensive player of the year, bro. He's not overrated on defense. The only reason he's chilling on defense is because he's injury prone. He needs to score the basketball for his team to win, and he can't be doing everything on the floor. His defense is not overrated. Yeah. And I agree with Rose. If we're looking offensively speaking, right now, Kawhi is not that behind of James Harden.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. We're not talking miles. We're not talking miles.
Yes, he is.
Kawhi
he's
Leonard.
Not miles behind the best ISO player
Kawhi
in
Leonard
NBA
is not,
history.
Kawhi is
he's
not
miles behind the best ISO player in NBA history. Are you out of your mind? You and Rose are out of your mind, bro.
No, he's not.
I don't know what y'all drinking on.
He's not. Kawhi is Harden is ahead. Right, but this is Harden and this is Kawhi right here. It's not a big margin.
Maybe not. Yeah, as a player, but when it comes to as a score and the things that Harden does better, he does it better through the roof.
What does he does besides facilitating?
His ISO scoring, his 3-point shooting,
his ISO scoring still categorized as scorer.
Yeah, and it's
so it doesn't matter
than Kawhi.
It's Kawhi, not that much better. Kawhi has
to create his shot even in the same stratosphere.
I'm gonna say this because it's facts. If Kawhi never got injured in the playoffs, he would have been known as the best player during the playoffs, not Kevin Durant.
No, he would have been third behind Giannis.
No, Giannis not even the same. He's not in the same breath as Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard. They're in the different leagues.
Giannis is better than Kawhi Leonard.
No, he's not.
Giannis is better. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Are we serious right now?
I'm dead ass.
Wow. Giannis is better than. I'm sorry. Giannis is better than Kawhi Leonard, bro.
Giannis has one of the most overrated finals runs of all time. And I was rooting for them. I was really rooting for him. The same way Kawhi's ring was overrated, this ring was also overrated. It was. And I'm not, and I don't know. I don't know what argument. Kawhi is just so much better. A better defender, a better scorer. Numbers don't lie. I mean, Come on, Solo.
Giannis is so much more dominant than Kawhi, and I like Kawhi, but in the chat don't agree with you there. So your guy Rose said Giannis is the best player in the league right now. I don't agree with that. I think he's second. I think he's a clearly second. I don't even think Kawhi is third. To be perfectly honest with
you know who's better than Giannis right now?
Who?
And we're gonna go to the next subject after I say this. Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, we got Kevin Durant better than Giannis right now. I got Steph Curry being better than Giannis right now. I got LeBron James being better than Giannis right now. I got my man Kawhi Leonard can I count Kawhi? No, I'm not gonna count Kawhi. Kawhi would be on this list. He's hurt, so I'm gonna take him out. Okay. But with all that, I still have two other players. I got Luka Doncic better than Giannis. I really do.
Chat, how do y'all rock with this mug, dog? I just don't get it,
Luka's better than Giannis.
How do y'all
and James Harden is better than Giannis. Hell, I think Anthony Davis is also better than Giannis when he's healthy.
I disagree with all of that. Now, I do think James Harden is a better player, but I think Giannis has to do more for his team. So, of course,
that is true.
Yeah,
that is true. So I say that I'm taking James Harden out and I'm putting AD instead. So there's still five players better than Giannis. I love Giannis. Don't get me wrong, but that man is not the best in the world. I guess y'all claim him just because he won a championship. I really hate that. But anyway, Solo, we're gonna continue on with the top 5 shooting guards of all time. So Solo, I'm gonna name my top 5, and then you'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
At number 1, Michael. Don't have to say anything. MJ. Number 2, Kobe Bryant. Number 3, Dwayne Wade. Number 4, James Harden. And number 5, I got to give it to this guy that I have a personal bandana with, a personal beef with, Allen Iverson. But I have to respect this game. Those are my 5 greatest shooting guards of all time.
No D-Wade.
No, I said D-Wade third.
Oh, okay.
So, and I could, there's an argument for D-Wade being 4th and I put James Harden 3rd. But without a ring, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So
we're counting James Harden as a shooting guard now.
Yes. Okay. Because most of his career he played
a lot of point. Wait, did I freeze? Hold on.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Hold up, Chad. We're having technical difficulties real quick.
He played a lot of point guard in Houston as well.
Yeah. But he was regarded as shooting guard though. So that's why I have him in the shooting guard.
Okay, so top 5 shooting guards. I'm going to go with Kobe, Jordan, James, Wade, and AI.
Wade and AI. No Jerry West chat says, bro. No Jerry West. Trust me, man. Dribbling with the right hand all the time is not impressive. But I'll just leave it there. I
think my list is much better though. I think Kobe is a better shooting guard than Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree 100%, but there's no really argument. I like Kobe being 1. I'm happy that you're respecting Kobe. I really am, because after
I've never said Kobe is bad. People think I say Kobe is bad, and I've never once said Kobe is bad. Yeah, I just think as a player, I prefer other players. That's all it is. I don't think he's a bad player.
So Solo, I don't know if you've seen, but Westbrook wore a dress and it broke the internet. And in a scale of 1 to 10, how fine did Westbrook look with that dress on?
Bro, an 11. Westbrook was sporting that skirt, man. I'm tired of all the hate he gets for having drip. Some people just can't see the vision, and Westbrook is a fashion visionary, and I think we gotta let him rock, bro. Like, he's not hurting nobody. He's not hurting nobody, minding his business, looking fresh, looking cute, looking hot, doing his thing, man. Now it's unfortunate that we gotta beat that dress off of him in the finals. But it is what it is. Man.
Hey, man, look, Westbrook look good. He could rock it. I don't have any problem with him. They're just mad that they can't rock it as Westbrook. So that's all I got to say. I mean, what other players do you think could rock that dress if you had to pick?
I seen him compared to Dennis Rodman, and I think it's a pretty decent
that's
comparison.
A good one. Yeah, I think Dennis would rock that as well. Yeah, I feel like I don't think Westbrook is as crazy as Dennis, but they're definitely same, fashion when it comes to fashion.
There's some influence there. There's some influence there for sure. So yeah, shout out to Westbrook. I always look forward to seeing what drip Westbrook is sporting, bro. Because it's always a conversation.
So last topic of the show, I want to talk about it when LeBron, KD, and Steph, and if you want to put James or whoever, are on the decline, okay? And, LeBron's already on that, but when KD and Curry are there, who will be the face of the NBA?
That's a very, very good question. And I think Jalen Green is doing it right. I think his little beef with Detroit, I think it's hilarious. You come in, you make a mark, you start a story, something people can, follow along with. And I've never been more excited to watch a Rockets Pistons game in my entire life than this season. So, I'm excited for Jalen. Of course, Zion, Ja, and of course there's going to be some undiscovered players who are grinding right now who are going to come out on top as well. But I really think Zion, Ja, Jalen Green, Cade, that's the new face.
Luka, Tatum.
No, Luka's going to end up being a role player in 4 years.
Stop it. The face of the NBA is only one answer. His name is Luka. Luka's going to be the face of the NBA. That safe face that you said is going to be the face of the NBA. And he's going to be over Giannis. He's going to be over any player.
I forgot one guy, and I feel so disrespectful.
Who?
Cam Thomas. The next Kobe Bryant will be the face of the NBA.
I want you guys to clip what Solo just said. So when Cam Thomas is out of the league, we could just make this a meme. That I really want that to happen. But Luka Doncic will be the face of the NBA. And I feel like we all know for the final topic, we already know who's going to be Rookie of the Year. I think we have the same answer. I got Jalen Green. Who do you got?
I got Jalen Green, but for the sake of conversation and so we can come back to this episode, I'm going to go with
Cade Cunningham or
not Cade. I'm going with Evan Mobley on the Cavs.
I mean, who knows? The Cavs are horrendous.
Exactly.
So maybe
he's starting. Pretty sure he's starting. So
So I mean, but the Rockets are also horrendous. But that'll be a topic we talk about next episode, guys. Guys, thank you for watching episode 6 of New Rivals. Solo, we already are on your Twitch, but if for people on YouTube, where can we find you?
On YouTube, Poppy Solo. I'm gonna start uploading some YouTube content more soon. TikTok is where I upload mostly. Poppy Solo on TikTok. And for people who watch my streams, I will be getting back on tonight and running some 2K27 Next Gen on stream. I just need a couple minutes to get some water, look in the mirror, and tell myself how beautiful I am before I get on stream. And yeah, bro, another week of making you look like my little son, and it was a lot of fun.
Son, I'll let it slide. And you can find me at Lightout Sports anywhere, Lightout Sports 01 on Twitter. Follow me everywhere, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys.
Thank y'all, man. Have a good night.